Okay, welcome to another lesson in our series of educational technology. We have looked at education. Today we are going to look at technology and then the definition of educational technology. I usually ask previous students, what is technology? And for most people, they tell me it's scientific method, scientific knowledge, and so on, so on, and so forth. That is what they see technology as. But technology goes beyond just the sciences. What do we say technology is? Technology, we say, is the systematic application of all available knowledge to solve a problem, to solve a practical problem. Or we say the application of organized knowledge to solve a problem. So we say technology is the systematic application of all available knowledge to solve a practical problem. We use the word systematic because we want to differentiate technology from just applying knowledge anyhow. Systematic means that there is a method of applying the knowledge. There is a procedure, there is a step-by-step procedure to follow. That's why people usually relate technology to science, because in the science is when they are carrying out the experiment or other, they have a step-by-step procedure to follow. But in this case, the application must be systematic. That means it's not something you just wake up and dream up. It has to follow a procedure, step to step, or it uses a model. So we say it's a systematic application of all available knowledge. We have a problem and we want to solve it, and we look for every available knowledge to solve that problem in an orderly manner. We are referring to technology. That practical problem might be a battlefield problem, might be any problem at all. It might be an economic problem, might be a budgeting problem. As long as we are applying available knowledge to it, we are dealing with technology. Then, if we relate it to our definition of education, simply that educational technology is what? Systematic application of all available knowledge to solve educational problems. Systematic application of all available knowledge to solve educational problems. That is what educational technology is. So when we apply this technology now in solving educational problems, we are referring to educational technology. So say educational technology is the systematic application of all available knowledge to solve educational problem. And what is an educational problem? Whenever there are hindrances to our learning system, any kind of learning system, whether it's informal, formal, non-formal, we are talking about what? Educational problems. We have objectives in everything we do. Even in our villages where we don't have formal education, we might have reasons for training our learners in a particular way. For instance, a fisherman is teaching his child to fish, and the child is not succeeding. He's not succeeding. It's an educational problem because something is wrong with the learning system. So how does he go about solving that problem? So everything he does to solve that problem is applying educational technology. Then that's the first definition. But recently, a lot of people complain that when you say applying to solve problem, it's like educational technology is always dealing with problems. So they decided to come up with another definition. And what's that definition? Recently, it has been defined as Recently, educational technology has been defined as the study and ethical practice of facilitating learning and improving performance by creating, So sometimes we create, sometimes we just have them available and we use. And managing appropriate technological processes and resources. So they're trying to remove the emphasis on problems. But once you're dealing with technology, you're dealing with what? Solving problems. So whichever one you like, you can decide to use any of them, whether it's systematic application of all available knowledge to solve educational problems, which is easier, and the other one, educational technology, is studying and ethical practice of facilitating learning and improving performance by creating, using, and managing appropriate technological processes and resources. The word ethical practice means that when we are using technology, we should use it wisely, use it in the right way. So when we are applying technology to education, we should use it in a way that is acceptable, not wrongly. So that is educational technology. We've looked at the definition or two definitions of educational technology. You can use whichever one is applicable to us or will remember more. When looking at educational technology, we say we have two subsets of educational technology or technology in education. So what are the subsets? So we have two aspects of technology in education that we use. First, we talk about technology in education. And then we'll talk about technology of education. So we have technology in education, and then we have technology of education. In talking about technology of education, we're referring to what people usually perceive educational technology to mean, dealing with what? Tools, or what we call gadgets. And in doing that, we are using knowledge of the physical sciences, using knowledge of the physical sciences in education. So when we use gadgets like audiovisuals, we're referring to technology in education. Then we have technology of education. When we talk of technology of education, we're referring to the use of the biological sciences or the social sciences, various concepts of the biological sciences or social sciences in education. And in doing that, we are talking about how people learn, how to manage human beings, and all that. So in doing that, we are dealing with what? Learning theories. What are those learning theories? Things that have to do with instructional technology. So these are the two subsets. These are the two subsets of educational technology or technology and education. Technology in education, the use of tools, and technology of education deals with learning, how to manage learning, learners, and so on and so forth. Then we have different aspects of educational technology. And what are those aspects? And in talking about the aspects of education, we're talking about those fundamental or basic areas of educational technology. We have instructional technology. We have learning theories. We have communication. We have human computer interaction. We have human engineering. So these are some of the basic areas of educational technology that educational technologies deal with. We have instructional technology that deals with anything that has to do with instruction. And what is instruction? Instruction, we say, is information deliberately planned to broaden the knowledge of the learner. So if we're dealing with broadening the knowledge of the learner, we are dealing with anything that deals directly with our instructional process that has to do with the learner, the teacher or instructor, whatever he's called, the media that is used, that's the materials, and then the method that is used to teach these learners in like a lesson and all that. So anything that deals with the learner, facilities and all that deals with instructional technology. Then we have learning theories. Learning theories, we say, are a description of how, an attempt to describe how people learn. So how do human beings learn? That's what learning theory deals with. And in dealing with learning theories, you have things like behaviorism, we have cognitivism, we have constructivism, and these are the main ones. But these days we also have connectivism. As we go on, we'll get to look at these things gradually. So we have learning theory. We have a lot of learning theories, but these are the most common ones. We also have cognitive load theory. So all these are theories, various theories on how people learn. Then we have communication technology. What is communication? Communication is the exchange of information between two or more persons. And in education, there certainly is communication. Even if you're learning by yourself, for you to look at something and learn, you're communicating with something. Something is happening and you're looking at it. So there's communication. You're looking at something, you're responding. There is feedback, so it's communication. If it's in the classroom, there are teachers, there are learners exchanging information, asking questions, answering. There's communication. So whether in formal education, so everything that deals with communication, all the things we use to communicate, whether it's real things, whether it's books, charts, maps, computers, everything that deals with communication, we deal with. Then these days we know that it's the era of what? Digital era. And digital era, even though it involves a lot of things, one of the major things is what? The computer. So the computer and everything that deals with the computer, educational technology, is interested in. Finally, we have human engineering. We have human engineering. And human engineering, we also refer to it as ergonomics. And that is looking at planning our learning system based on the characteristics of the learners. Planning our learning system based on the characteristics and needs of the learners. So those are the aspects of educational technology. So for us to deal with educational technology, we must deal with all these aspects, not only audiovisuals and instructional technology like people used to confuse it today. As we go on, we go into in-depth gradually, but for now, we're not going in-depth in this thing. Remember, the channel is Exploring the Field of Education with Dr. Omieibi-Davids. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you very much.